Sanyam, that's a brilliant total, 51.9. When you go into this second series of 5, it's really about trying to then establish your final as you then move on to the elimination shots. And Yao Shenqin, the world number 1, on firing point E with that 10.8, just 0.1 outside that perfect shot. And Salucci with 10.5 on the last shot. That very memorable first shot with 10.9 to open up this final. And for those athletes who managed to amass over the 51 total, they'll certainly be looking to turn that into at least 102 total come the end of this second series of 5. Well, decent shot from Manu Baka, 10.3. And great body movement as well. And pistol shooting in its appearance just looks so casual. But for me, I have all 3, rifle, pistol, shotgun. I mean, they're all difficult, but for me, there's something about pistol shooting that just, it's hard. Holding out a pistol in front of you, just trying to track through to the target, go across the 10 ring and just pull the trigger at the right time. To bear in mind that the 10 ring, just 11.5 millimetres wide. So Sanyam is in. That's the second series of 5 completed. 10.3 was the final shot. A brilliant total as well, 103.3. And you think really that 103.3, that averages out at 51.6, 51.7 across the 2 series of 5. 10.9 from the Olympic champion, Oh Yejin. He's only 20 years old, has 2 gold medals at World Cups. Was also the Asian champion 2 years ago, 2023. And clearing still with 1 shot left. Manu this time dropping into the mid-9s, 9.5. And Manu Baka now to try and close out this second 5-shot series. 1 shot left, last one was a 9.5, so definitely looking for an improvement. 90.6, we'll want to try and get at least to 101. Can she get a 10.4 to achieve that? It's another 9.4, total of 100. So let's have a look at the scoreboard then and how it's now all starting to unfold. So that was how it stood after 5 shots. Now adjusted for after 10, and Sanyam of India, 103.3. Is there any catching this Indian athlete in this final? The Olympic champion and the world number 11 just chasing down now in second place, 2.1 behind. This is a pistol final, so the score certainly can move around. And Yao Shenqin, the world number 1, representing People's Republic of China, 5-time gold medalist at World Championships and 8 World Cup medals. Will it be a medal in this World Cup final? It's their first appearance at an ISSF World Cup final, but of course there has to be a start for everything really, and a first time. So now we move into individual shots. The first elimination coming up after shot 12, that'll be for 8th place. So this really is now the business end of everything and where it all starts to get very serious. Make a mistake, it could be a final all over. Sarucci with a second 10.9 of this final. Unbelievable, but believable at the same time. So another 50 seconds is going to get loaded to the clock. Time has been called, so I don't really know why at this sort of level. But the jury and the range officer just going down to investigate what's going on. Okay, so we've just got the jury coming over to the table. So it's to do with this shot paper roll in the back of the target. I'm not sure whether or not there was a jam, or because not only the shots recorded, of course, with the electronic targeting system, they do go through the back onto the paper as well. You'll see the targets when they're next on screen. The black paper just coming down from the actual targets themselves, and those also record the shot positions just in case it needs to be manually checked back. So first elimination now upon us. Bit of a disruption to this final, but that's all part and parcel of what these athletes now have to deal with. And who can handle the gap, who can then just continue to focus and bring their A game to Doha for this final right here, right now. So 1.0 is the gap between 8th and 7th place. 10.5 from Zhang. And Shen Wei with a 10.3. So the world number 3 will be first to leave us. The eldest in this final at 31 years old. Bronze medalist at the World Championships in Cairo earlier this year. Was 14th in the World Cup final. That was back in 2019. Didn't make the final, but made it here today. And Shen Wei, the world number 3, first to leave in 8th place. Well, seems happy enough. Why not? It's come the whole way here to this World Cup final. Get through the qualification, which is tough. Make it to the final. And Shen Wei leaves on a total of 118.5. So the gap at the top is fairly sizable, even in pistol shooting. Sang Yam leads with a gap of 2.7. Two athletes from People's Republic of China remain. 3 athletes from India still in there. The Olympic champion, Oh Ye-jin, from Republic of Korea. Well, some nervy shots starting to enter into this final at 8.7 from Yao Shexin, world number 1. Just shows even when you're world number 1, you can float into the 8 ring. And the occasion can get to you. I mean, it's been a long year, it's been a tough, grueling year. Particularly when you're coming out the likes of China each time, having to fly such a distance. Sometimes it can be a bit easier just buzzing around Europe. And yes, there's been the World Cups out in South America in Buenos Aires and Lima earlier this year. And then Ningbo was the World Cup in China for everyone else, then having to fly the other way around the world. But it's a truly international sport, is shooting. And the travelling and the schedules can certainly play their part in and out of time zones, quite gruelling on the body and on the mind. So Sang Yam now 3.2 in front. Is this lead just going to increase? .6 and a 9.3. Even the best can falter and wave into that 9 and 8 ring. Well, another elimination now upon us after 14 shots in 7th place. And Jian Ranxing, gold medalist from Tokyo in the mixed team, also took a bronze medal at the same Olympic Games. That was in the individual. She was world champion a few years ago in Baku 2023. She has 4 World Championship gold medals and 8 World Cup medals. But for the athlete from China today, it's 7th place. So 6 left, and Salucci 2.4 behind Sang Yam. The 2 Indian athletes dominating this final at the top in the gold and silver medal positions as it stands for now. .5 from Salucci. Great shot. Manu Baka with a 10.3. All 3 of the Indian athletes shooting pretty well, all in the 10 ring. Sang Yam, competition leader, on with a 10.1, just to stay in front. And still a lead of 2.0. Look at the gap as well between 3rd and 2nd, 2.9. So another elimination now upon us. We've had 15 shots so far. This next shot for 6th place to leave us with the remaining 5. And then you just start to see the medals in sight. And Julieta Martone Jimenez of Uruguay with that 4th place in Lima at the World Cup earlier this year. Can she survive this elimination battle against the Olympic champion? 10.6 from Ye-jin and 9.6 on the other side. And just at this stage of a final in an elimination battle, that's just not going to quite be enough. So the athlete from Uruguay will now be leaving us in 6th place. So Julieta Martone Jimenez of Uruguay, nice wave to the crowd. And to come the whole way from Uruguay as well, congratulated by her coach. Will take a seat to watch the rest of this final. And I'm sure when she reflects back on her achievements, 6th place in Doha is a good day's work. So 5 athletes left, 3 athletes from India still in there. So India in with a real shout of perhaps taking 2 places on the podium, who knows, maybe even 3. Well, the Olympic champion's going to have to up her game here. She's in 5th place on 159.1, the nearest to us on our screens. There's Manu Baka, 2 bronze medals from the Paris Olympic Games last summer. And even with the bronze medal, stole the headlines. A couple of shots in the 9, Salucci with that 10.1. Oh, Yejin, Olympic champion with a 10.3. We've had two 10.9s in this final already. Manubaka just creeping back into the 9 ring, a 9.3. So next shot will eliminate 5th place. And we've had 17 shots, coming up now shot 18. The clock will be reset to 50 seconds. So Manubaka just checking her footing across all 3 of the shooting disciplines with pistol, rifle and shotgun. I mean, foot placement, balance, it's so important. And even at this level, you can see the athletes just going through the motions again. Manubaka just trying to stay focused. So the Olympic gold medalist versus the Olympic bronze medalist. These two have shot together so many times. Who's going to make it through? Manubaka is 0.5 behind. 10.2 for the Olympic champion. It's going to be enough, I think. But this is Manubaka. She needs a 10.8. Oh, 10.3. And the gap remains at 0.4. So Manubaka of India will be leaving this final after 18 shots. I'm not even sure she's quite sure at the moment. And just waiting her time just shows how focused and in the zone she was. But for Manubaka today, there won't be a medal. So Manubaka, the gold medalist from the World Cup final back in 2019. She also took that in the mixed team as well as the individual event. She got 15 World Cup medals. But today, 5th place for the athlete from India. 2 of them remain, though, in terms of Salucci and Sanyam. Sanyam still at the top. A gap of 1.4 between 1st and 2nd.
Start.
10.9 from Salucci. Just as she opened up earlier, the first shot in this final. So it's another one. Now, I know we were talking earlier about the best of the best, but in terms of these scores, it's not often you see 3 10.9s in a pistol final. And even that 10.9, Salucci to try and just take the lead wasn't enough. And of course, you can't score any more than a 10.9, but that 9.5 from Sanyam means that they're now both on the same total, 194.4. Meanwhile, there's only a 0.8 gap between 4th and 3rd.
Start.
4.6 gap between 3rd and the tie for 1st. And the Olympic champion with a 10.1. And Yao Shenqin, world number 1, with a 10.8. Well, just when you need it, just to try and switch things around. So it does mean now that the Olympic champion will be leaving this final. Well, this one hasn't gone to form at all, has it? So Oh Yejin of Republic of Korea takes a bow. But 4th place now to leave our podium places. And the athletes that will take the podium. India guaranteed 2 medals. People's Republic of China will be picking up another medal at this World Cup final. And now it's just a case of arranging which order they are to go onto the podium later on for the medal ceremony. So Yao Shenqin in 3rd place, the world number 1. 5 gold medals at World Championships, 8 World Cup medals. It's her first appearance at an ISSF World Cup final, so she's done well because she's getting a medal no matter what happens. Well, an 8.8. That just shows how the pressure can mount up. A 9.8 from Salucci and Sanyam with that 10.1. Only 0.4 behind now in 2nd place. A massive gap, though, between the bronze and silver medal positions. 4.6, even in pistol shooting. That is sizable. So now the first of the medals to be decided in this final, the bronze medal decision coming up, unless there's some sort of disaster and we end up with some sort of shoot-off, but the likelihood of that happening, particularly when there's a 4.6 gap. But this sport has always surprised us. 9.5, 10.0. Well, we have the first decision now in this final, and People's Republic of China have another medal from day 1 here at the ISSF World Cup final. And Yao Shenjin takes a bow, and will also take a bow later to have the medal placed around her neck when she goes onto the podium for the medal ceremony, which will follow later on today after this final. So People's Republic of China with another medal, this time it's bronze. And the world number one finishes on a total of 219.4. Well, interesting. India battling it out for the gold. 2 shots to go, a difference of 0.8 between Sanyam and Salucci. India once again dominating an ISSF pistol final, and even more so when it's a World Cup final. And both athletes know each other very well. And so Sanyam looks the more nervous of the two. 9.7 and a 10.6. Sarucci just looks in control. She really does look comfortable. Has a quick glance down at the scoreboard. An intake of breath. Will just now compose herself. And here's Sanyam now going to cave. There's a 1.7 gap between the silver and gold medal positions at the moment. So Inder Singh Salucci is in control and in front. The gap is 1.7. Can the 19-year-old and world number 2 hold on to this gold medal? Sanyam 1.7 behind. Salucci goes first, a 10.2 and a 10.1 on the other side. And it's a junior world record, 245.1. And the 19-year-old world number 2 has done it. And has broken the junior world record as well, 245.1. Well, we did say earlier that you got the best of the best here at the ISSF World Cup final, and that just goes to prove it. What an incredible performance. So impressive, and certainly towards the end there as well. And let's not forget the efforts of Sanyam with the silver medal. And India will take the gold and silver medal positions on the podium. Manu Baka, a third of the Indian athletes in this final, straight over to congratulate her teammates. And 2 of the medalists now in this final here in Doha. So Yao Shenjin, the world number 1, will now be announced as the bronze medalist. And Yao Shenjin takes a bow, and will take a bow later to receive that bronze medal. 5 golds at World Championships, 8 World Cup medals, her first appearance at the World Cup final, and now she's got a bronze. Meanwhile, Sanyam of India, 21 years old, came here as the world number 18, and takes the silver. World class. India Singh Sarucci, not only a gold medal, but a junior world record of 245.1. Well, if you've been joining us on the Olympic Channel and or YouTube or Facebook, we're going to get some interviews for you with the medalists. Well, India have done pretty well there to get the gold and the silver.